I'm gonna do this. All right. Thanks for jumping on with me, you guys. Happy Sunday. So I started implementing this last week. So this is newer for me, and it really changed my business in just 1 week, you guys. It changed my mindset. It changed how I felt going into the week. It changed how I felt going into the day. So this was something that Lindsay had suggested for me. And when I started implementing it, even thinking about it made me feel so good about the upcoming week, especially if you work a 9 to 5 or you're busy or you have like a calendar full of things to do. This is just one thing that you can do in the beginning of your week that kind of just sets the tone, and it allows you to take that one little stressor off. So if you didn't catch the live from last week, I'm going to kind of repeat a lot of what I did because I went live last week and talked about it, and it was something that a lot of people really liked. So this is where you are also going to plan your calendar with me. So get out your calendar or a piece of paper or however you work. This is like a work with me kind of, but we're going to do it when it comes to our calendar. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat or unmute yourself and ask. Like, this is all hands on, and I will like get into it so this way we don't take too much of your time on this beautiful Sunday. So what I'm going to do is ask you real quick to take a look at your business. And I'm sure you guys kind of have checked your numbers, or you know where you stand, what you might need. For example, if you don't have your 2 customers so that you thrive for free next week, that might be something you want to set the tone for this week, because we are in the last full week of September. Let's say that you are going for a rank, right? Make sure that you have the qualifying legs that you're going to need. If you're a 12K, do you have your 4 qualified and active promoters? These are things at the beginning of the week you kind of want to check in with and see what you have going on in your business. This way you can kind of set the tone of how you're going to post throughout the week, right? So what I'm going to be posting might be a little bit different than what you're going to be posting, right? So I already have my 2 customers, and I'm going to be thriving for free next week. Well, almost next month. So for me right now, I'm really focusing on making sure I close out for my 12K, having my 4 qualified and active, and getting that, and making sure that I also have 8 on my top line so that I earn the part of the commissions, which is the 40% check matching. So this is all things that you kind of need to keep in mind, but also get with your enroller. And you won't need to worry about those things until 4K, 12K, and so on. So take a look at your business. If you don't have your 2 customers to thrive for free next month, you might really want to focus on sharing the products this week, right? Also sharing the business. Don't ever forget that the 2 do go hand in hand, but what do you want them to see? Okay, so like if I wanted to get 2 customers, I might not want to just keep throwing the business out there, because that's what I'm going to be attracting, is those that maybe want the business, but I also need those 2 customers. So do you see what I'm saying? So what I do is I have a calendar that looks like this. It's like the monthly. I actually have a new calendar coming. So this is my monthly calendar, and I am going to decide what I'm going to post every single day. Now, let me say this to you. If you are in the moment and you were supposed to post about the products, let's say tomorrow, but you are just feeling something so big about the business or the opportunity, then post about that, okay? This is more just a guideline, and it helps you because I like to prepare the night before. I like to know what I'm going to post the night before. I like to know what's going in my stories, where I need a picture or something like that, especially if you have a 9 to 5 or you are extremely busy. At night, you can take 30 minutes to prepare for the next day, okay? So this is where it kind of helps having everything planned out. So today I posted, for me, today was just kind of a general thing. I didn't post about the business. I didn't post about the opportunity. I posted out of my 5s. So this is where you also want to have your 5s list, your 5 that you love about the company, your 5s that you love about the business, or the company and the business are the same. The 5 that you love about the products, and the 5 that is your brand. Okay. So today for me, I posted about my brand. So I had a brand day. Oops, writing on the wrong part. So I'm just jotting that in my calendar so that I know what I posted. So tomorrow for me, I like to post Mondays and Tuesdays about the opportunity because I feel like Mondays, a lot of people are going back to work, they're off of their weekend, that sort of thing, where they might want this opportunity or not want to be where they're at. So for me, I really like Mondays to be about the opportunity. And then I also like Tuesdays to be about the opportunity because it's when we get paid. So for me tomorrow, I'm going to put the opportunity, and that's what I'm going to post about in some way, shape, or form. And we'll talk about that after. And then in my stories tomorrow, I'm going to do an opportunity and product story mix. So what that means is I create my story that has the products and also has the business together. It's kind of like a duo. So I will say like, like this company is unmatched. These products, look what they've done for me. I've lost 42 pounds. I feel better, whatever. And then look at what it's done for my family. And I might put like, I've paid off debt. We earned the auto bonus at the second rank. We earned a free trip. I will relate it to me. So maybe you don't have all of those things. It's okay to still talk about them. Like, what this company is going to do for me. It is going to pay for my car soon. It is going to. So don't be afraid to share what is going to happen, even if it hasn't happened yet. So tomorrow, my post is going to be an opportunity post, and then my stories is going to be an opportunity and product. So you guys decide, right? So for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days through Saturday, decide what you're going to post about. Are you trying to go more products so that you get your 2 customers? Are you trying to go more business, or are you just going to mix it up, right? Because you can do both. Make sure you don't go too heavy on one side and forget about the other side, but make sure you are locking in the things that you need and your posts are there for it. So like if I posted all opportunity through the whole entire month, I might, that's, how do I say this? At the end of the month, if I don't have my 2 customers, well, that's why, because I didn't even talk about the products or talk about the customer side of things. Okay. So make sure you're switching it up. So Tuesday for me, I'm going to do the opportunity and share about the fact that it's payday. So what is payday doing for you? That's a beautiful thing to talk about. What is payday going to do for you? Maybe you don't have anything to earn this month. You just started out. It doesn't matter. Talk about what it will do for you. And that is something I really learned, you guys, is that you don't always have to talk in the here and now. You can talk in where you're going. People want to go there too, right? We didn't join this business because day one we knew what it was gonna all of a sudden take care of everything. We were gonna be debt free and all that kind of stuff, right? We joined for what it was going to do for us. So don't be afraid to talk about those things. And then in my stories, I'm going to talk about the opportunity, and I'm going to share stories for payday. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to share with you guys how my week is going to go, but please keep in mind, my week may be different to your week. So fill it in where you want. So for me, since I'm doing 2 days of the opportunity, on Wednesday, I'm going to do the products in both my stories and on my wall. And I'm going to share with you guys at the end of this a tidbit. So on Thursday, I'm going to do a product and opportunity mix in my story. And I am going to do in product post. And then for me, Friday and Saturday, I'm going to do opportunity. Again, like I said, I have my 2 customers, right? I have a very good customer base, you guys, because I share my 42-pound loss. I share a lot of that. So people have gone with me through the journey for the last 2 years. So even when I'm posting about the opportunity, I am still sharing the products in my stories. Every single day I am on there doing my 3 steps, right? So even though I'm posting more opportunity, they're still seeing me do those 3 steps, okay? So you're gonna kind of tailor it to your business. I like to do the opportunity on like Friday, Saturday too, because people are home with their family and they're enjoying that time. So I'm sharing with them and showing them what I'm doing. So I have now created my entire week, so I know every single day going into it what I plan to post about, what's going to be going in my stories. So the night before, I can make sure I have my content. I can make sure I have the things that are going to be going into my stories. I can make sure that I have my picture, and if I don't, then I know I need to take that the next day. And here is the thing too, you guys, remember, you are still you, and you are still a human. So when I'm posting about the products, right, I might not be sitting here and saying, oh, this is mental clarity, mood stability, all that kind of stuff, right? I might show me in my home decorating, because that's my part of my 5s, and say, thank you sticker, got all my fall decor out. I'm going to my brand, I'm sharing about the products, right? So that I'm not just all thrive all the time. Mix it up and make sure that you are sharing you, but also hitting those topics, right? So even if it's an opportunity post, maybe it helped you pick up the groceries and you're eating healthy. Share that. Share that you went to pick up the groceries and you were able to do that with your Tuesday paycheck. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the admitting over here so that I don't leave anybody out in the wilderness, we'll call it. So does that kind of make sense, you guys? Like preparing your week so you know. So every day I don't wake up and I'm not like, okay, what do I want to post about today? What did I post about yesterday? Did I post about the opportunity? Do I have my 2 customers? Nope, I already know going into the week exactly what I want to post. And for someone like me, that takes a lot of stress off the day. And at night when I'm laying in bed, just kind of like laying there, is when I become most creative. I'm very creative at night, where some people might be very creative first thing in the morning. That is not me. I am not creative first thing in the morning. So at night, when those creative juices are already flowing, because I've looked at my calendar and I know what I want to post about, I'll just type it right out and then I already have it. So I like having it set up like this so that I know. Another thing that I did, which this is very type A of me, or whatever type this is. So I created an album in my phone. Sorry if you guys can see this. And I labeled it September 14th through September 21st. And it has all the stories I posted last week. So what I did last week, Monday, after we got off the Zoom for about 2 hours, I created a ton of new content. And what do I mean by new content? I mean that I took some of the content that we have in like Limitless, or that Lynn's has shared, or that I was inspired by somebody else's, and I created my own with a new picture and so on. So sometimes you can say the same thing every single week, just changing the picture, changing the call to action, right? Instead of like, DM me, maybe you put the question box. It can be the same thing, but when you switch it up and you put a different picture to it, people think they're seeing something new when really they're seeing the same thing, but you're catching them at a different way. So like, do you ever notice, and you guys, we can be completely honest here right now. Do you ever notice that sometimes, like if you see the same ad or something like that, where it's the exact same thing, you scroll right past it because you've already seen it? So you're like, oh yeah, I know about that. But it can show you the same pair of glasses on a new girl, and you're like, ah, okay, I think I need these, right? But that's all they did was change the chick that they put the glasses on. But you've already seen it a couple times, and then that one time it gets you, but you're not scrolling past it because it's something new. So keep that in mind too when it comes to your content. Are you constantly sharing the same thing, picture-wise and words? Change it up a little bit. This is the perfect time to change it up. Like, for example, I took what Lynn's had posted in Limitless about Tuesdays, payday of Tuesdays, and I took that content and I recreated it and it says the exact same thing that Lynn's put, but I just changed up how it looked. So then this week I can go and take that, those templates that Lindsay put up, and I can use those. It's the same thing, but it looks a little bit different, right? And then the following week I can change it up again. So don't forget how important it is to create new content, and it doesn't really take too much time, especially when you just go and use what we already have and you can just put a new picture to it. You don't have to try to always reinvent the wheel. So like the only thing I changed is I put, oh, hey there, Tuesday, how you doing? With like the little face. I can't even make that face, like, hey. And that I changed up. And then I put, let me show you how it's treating a couple of our babes on our tribe. And then everything else is exactly, I took it off of the ones that Lynn's put. So do you see I added the picture, added some words, and so on. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. So I just kind of recreated it. Does that kind of make sense? So that you can honestly just keep recreating things, changing up a little bit here and there, but it looks like new content, especially if you're putting a new photo behind it and so on. Or maybe one story, I'm like, hey, I'm Christina, and I share about just me, and then I'm sharing about the business and the products, and then the next time I create it, maybe I'll put a picture with me and my husband and our dog and talk a little bit more about that. Everything else is still going to be the same, but the picture is going to be me and him behind it. So the reason why I created that album was because on Monday night, 2 hours I spent recreating, and I had all my stories for the whole week already set up in order of what needed to go out. So I was ready. So when my week got busy and there was things that I had going on and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post about? I didn't have to worry. It was already there. So this is where you need to do your to-do list. Okay. Do you need to create new content? What type of content do you need to recreate? Is it opportunity? Is it products? Where do you need to do the to-do list? Okay. So like for me this week, I need to create more because I have gotten lazy in the past and I don't have a lot of new content. So I'm recreating a lot of new content right now so that in 3 weeks from now, I can come back to what I created and put that back out there. Because now 3 weeks later, they've seen all new stuff. So when it drips on them again, they're not really going to remember that. Okay. So just think about that kind of stuff. So my to-do list is I need to create more stories. So I kind of know going into the week what I want to check off. And I also know that I need to get new photos. I need new content photos because I have gotten, like I said, lazy on that as well. And I need new photos. I have a lot of fall decor out right now, so that's part of my brand. So I'm going to take some pictures around my fall decor. I plan on organizing my closet. So I am going to probably snap a picture of that and talk about the time freedom I have with this business where I can work my business and get my closet in order. So do you guys kind of see where it doesn't always have to be just business, product? You can hide it in by also sharing who you are, right? Because this is what we do. This goes hand in hand. I want people when they think Christina to think, oh, she's obsessed with her mug and her shake, because I am. That's part of my brand. Okay. So my to-do list is to get some stories and to get some content photos. So what is on your to-do list? Do you need to get some stories? Do you need to organize? Do you need to check in with samples? Right? This is all what you want to do right now. Another thing that I want to do, product especially, I do want to post more about the samples. I do want to talk more about samples. So I might post a opportunity story, but when I'm sharing my products, I'm going live in my in my Instagram story, and then I carry it over to Facebook. And I'm going to go live and talk about my product and how obsessed I am with Pretend This Is My Shake. I'm so obsessed with this. You guys, this brings me to life every single day. I'm going to be packing samples a little bit later. So let me know if you want a sample, and then I might blah, 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 blah. And then later on, I'm posting about the opportunity. So do you see you can kind of sneak it in everywhere? Because this is who you are, right? You're showing your business, you're showing your products and your story. So a lot of days, even if you're posting opportunity in your stories, you're still talking about the products and they're still understanding them. So I'm going to put on my to-do list, samples, and I want to sell 3 samples. That's a big number for me because I don't do a lot of samples, you guys. So I'm going to sell 3 samples. So do you guys have your week kind of planned out? Do you have what you're going to be talking about every single day? And if you don't, honestly, raise, unmute yourself. I'm like, and we're in a classroom. Hi, I'm teacher Christina. Unmute yourself. I can help you, or drop it in the chat and I can kind of help you figure out your week. And then, like I said, make sure that you have your 5s list handy, because that's where you're going to get your inspiration from to post. So if you struggle posting, you need to get really deep on your 5s list. What do you love about the products? What do you love about the business? Right? Take a step back, and maybe that's what you do for personal development that day, is you are developing your personal feelings towards our products and our business. If you find yourself struggling on what to write about or what to come up with. And when you're sharing about the opportunity, it's okay. Sometimes I just share that I love it for free, that I get to run this business for free. And that's my opportunity story. Girl, you can come and earn a weekly pay and it's free. And then maybe one time I'm sharing about the opportunity, the $800 cash bonus in your first 14 days. You can break it up, you guys, so that it's not always, you don't always feel like you're saying the same thing every single time. Break it up. So one opportunity, I'm going to share all the goods. The next time I'm talking about just how it's for free. The next time I'm talking about the auto bonus. And then the next week I'm talking about this, that, and I'm still always going to share all the key things, but it's also okay to have some that are just that it's for free. Talk about, I just had a one-time investment and I earned another weekly paycheck. Talk about that. Talk about the free products you earn. You haven't earned free products yet? Talk about the free products you can earn. I have learned that the more you talk about the things and where you're going, the more inspired others are to go with you, right? Like when I joined Lynn's 2 years ago, you guys, she wasn't where she was now. We didn't have all this stuff, but she talked of where she was going, and I wanted to go with her. I did not want to be left behind. So sometimes it's not because you're already there making that extra income, already have that car bonus, already this, that, or whatever. It's sharing where you're going and they want to come too. So don't be afraid to share the things that haven't happened yet. So I'm trying to make sure that I hit all my key topics here, you guys, because this is still new to me, like I said, but this changed my world with my business. I have never gone into a week feeling so clear than I have. And every single day, especially because I prepared all my stories, I had a chunk of time. So I prepared a ton of stories. I felt like the whole week I was able to develop in my personal development. I was able to focus a little bit more on that. I was able to focus more on my 3-2-1s because I had already kind of taken when I had the chunk of time to get prepared, and I got prepared. Another thing that I do, you guys, when I'm in stories, this is, if you guys already do it, awesome, but I'm going to share this. And the way the sun is coming in, I'm so sorry. So what I do is, like, let's say I followed Lynn's and I liked her story and I want to recreate it. So I screenshot her story, right? So then I'm just going to take a picture So like, let's say this is my background, okay? What I do is I scroll up, I go to where you add a picture. You can add a picture. There's like a little, dang, sun. It's a little camera, so you can add a picture. So I'll go there and I will go and grab, let's say, I will grab that story. So now that her story, can you guys see her story is now on my story. And what I'll do is I will then just start recreating what she has. So I don't have to switch back and forth between different things. I don't have to look at another screen. It's literally right there. And I just type away and I keep moving the picture and type away. And then I will delete the picture. So then I will just delete it, save, and I'll do the next slide. Does that kind of make sense? And it helps because I don't have to keep going back and forth and it's all right there for me. Yes, I was always bouncing back and forth between screens. And then I'm like halfway like this, you know, like where you have multiple screens. I'm trying to read. And then I was like, one day I just brought it up and I was like, this is so much better. And what I will do is like, let's say that the screen has multiple different sections that like Lynn's had done, right? I will do the main one, like I will do all of them and then I'll delete the picture, I'll save it, and then I take away, you know, and I go like reverse. Let's just, does that kind of make sense? So I hope that that helps somebody because that was a game changer for me, right? When I'm recreating stories. So you guys, stories made a little bit simpler and easy. And like I said, you can create the same thing, just change your picture up, change the background, change the call to action, right? Maybe you put a poll, maybe you put a question box, maybe you put the, you know, the slider, right? It can all be like a little bit different. And then, like I said, I have different folders in my phone. So I have folders that say product stories. I have folders that say business stories. And then just recently now I started actually getting it for the entire week. And as I'm creating them, I'm putting it into that week. So I already know what I have and where I'm going. And I'm keeping it like that so that this week, right? So now this week I'll have another folder. Next week I'll have another folder. So I know what my audience has seen for the last 3 weeks. So I know what I've been doing. I know where I need to tweak. I can go back. I can go back 3 weeks. I can bring it in. I'm not wondering what I did because I don't know about you guys, but this is all I do. And I get confused on what day it is 99.9% of the time. Like I ask my husband all the time, like, what day did we eat chicken? Is it still good in the fridge? Because I can't remember, right? So I need to probably start putting that in my calendar too. So I hope that this helped. Does anybody have any questions? Do you feel a little bit more prepared going into your week? Do you have some questions on how, like, if you're not feeling prepared, like what's making you not feel so prepared with this? This isn't meant to overwhelm either. This is meant to just stay a little bit more organized and kind of know that you're going in with a plan. And like I said, plans can change. So if somebody messages you and they're raving about the sample that they sent and you're supposed to post about the business that day and you want to switch it up and post about the products, post about the products. It's so easy to flip-flop. But for all of us busies, right? We're all busy. This allows us every single night, you can be prepared for the next day because you already know what's going on and you already know what your audience is going to see so that you can build your business in the areas that you need to build your business. So if you guys have any questions, I hope I'm going to kind of cut it there. I'm sure there's like so much more I could talk about because I love calendars, but make sure you have your to-do list. So I do an opportunity story majority of the time, right? So like for me, I do opportunity almost every single day with my products. But there are days where I just talk about the products and that's all my opportunity story is about. But maybe I posted about the opportunity. So somewhere they could be seeing it. But there are days where I just post about the products, and it's products in my newsfeed, and it's products in my story. So that's completely up to you. I know that a lot of people say business make sure you're posting about your business every single day. And I agree with that. But I also think that you can post about it in different ways. So I might not be posting about the business in my story, as in my story slides, but I might be at Kroger ClickList, picking up ClickList and saying, so thankful that I can come any time of the day. That's posting about my business. My business allows me that freedom. I'm so thankful for my freedom. And then you're going to get them curious. And then the next day, maybe I drop it. So in some way, shape, or form, yes, I'm talking about my business every single day, but it might not be always slides. So do you guys see how you can kind of change it up? Always changing it up. Get live in your stories, you guys. That is where people will see, feel. I hope you guys can see me okay, sorry. People will be able to feel like your vibes. So make sure, if you're scared to go live, start with your stories. How many slides do I recommend? I try to make them no more than like 5. If I'm going through, like 5, 6 is the max. But I also will throw in like a couple short and sweets, like 2 throughout the week. Like I did one just about the auto bonus, about our car, and it literally was like, can't believe I get to drive this for free every single month. It had like 2 things on it. The next slide was, I have auto bonus boot camp going, DM me if you want to jump in, or however I worded it. And that one was just 2. So I don't think there is a right and wrong, right? I think it's just, you just switching it up, right? Just switching it up constantly. Think about you as a viewer, you guys. Think about you as if you were viewing your stories. If you are getting annoyed with posting the same story every single day, like you feel like you're not even excited to post it, your audience is probably not excited to see it. So get excited about what you're posting, right? Get excited about that new picture background you put up because you took a good selfie. Now you're adding the same thing, but you're excited about it. And your audience will be excited too. I truly believe that you set the tone, even if it's not like a live face-to-face, but getting excited gets others excited. That was a good question. How many slides? That's a good one. So I hope that this helps you guys. And like I said, remember, you are still you. You are still your brand. You are still your 5s. So you can still post just about that, right? Don't feel like it's like when I say opportunity stories, or opportunity product, I'm not saying it in the way of energy, mental clarity, mood stability, or whatever it is. I'm saying you can even share your 5s. Like I gave the example for I love my home decor or fashion, right? Like if I'm trying on a new outfit and I can just post a picture of my outfit, it's my brand, and I can say, love that I get to wear things that I never thought I could. That's about our product. Because people are going to be like, well, why couldn't she before? And maybe I got my sticker showing or something. But do you see it's product related, but also part of my brand, but also adds curiosity. And don't forget the bold posts that do say, hey, this gave me energy, mental clarity, mood stability. Hey, I'm coffee free now for however long you have been coffee free. Or, hey, you can join this business and it's $800 in your first 14 days, $200 in free product credit. Those are important posts as well. So make sure you're working those in along with who you are and what your life is like, right? So I hope that you guys go into your week as planned as and excited as I am, because I know that the rest of tonight, I'm going to create some new content. I'm going to get some things done. So I'm already going into Monday prepared. And every day, you guys, like I said, like I wake up and I just look at my planner and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to post about today. And I start to get in my feels of what this company has done for me or what these products have done for me. And a lot of times I talk in the here and now. So even though I am already planning for my week, A lot of times if I don't prepare the post the night before, I'm talking about it as if I like how I feel right in that moment. So like when I'm at night, like I said, when I'm very creative at night and getting everything like that, I will, like, if I just loved that I could go to bed at 8 o'clock and I don't have to worry about tomorrow morning, what time my day starts, I'm talking from my heart, right? So, do you do notes before your lives? I'm terrible. No, I do not. A lot of times I talk to myself before I go live. I like pump myself up and I start to like pretend like I'm live talking to everybody, but I'm not. I'm just in my kitchen by myself. And my husband works from home with his earphones on. And I'm like, if he doesn't really have that on, he's probably like, who's she talking to, this crazy person? So I try to go in with my like what I want to talk about, but I can say, you guys, that I am somebody that if I have notes, sometimes I can lose the message, where some people work very well with notes. Like if I have a very important thing to get across, or like, you know, when we hosted the company Zoom, Linz and Taylor and I had notes because I was like, girl, you are on like company live. You better make sure you hit what you're supposed to talk about. But other times I just go on and I'm just me and I just share what's on my heart or whatever I want to talk about. But if you're somebody that can't have a conversation with yourself, I honestly think it's because I can talk to myself, that it goes well. But if you're somebody that maybe will get a little scared if people aren't asking you questions, or uncomfortable if you don't see the viewer number and you feel like that might trigger you like mentally, then go in with notes. Like for me, a lot of times I just go and talk to myself. I have great conversations with myself. Yeah, I do the recap all the time. I think Amazon is here. Yeah, my dog's just like, hey, is that for me? So I hope that this helped you guys, but please go live. Honestly, you guys, lives are game changers. They will build up your confidence as well. They will, they'll bring a whole new thing to your business. And I say that with so much, like love behind it, because I know sometimes people will be like, oh, well, it's scary. I don't want to do it, or I don't want to step out of my comfort zone. That's exactly why you should do it. I can tell you there are times where I will sit and think about a post for hours, but I can go live and deliver it in 10, 15 minutes. Because sometimes I just can't find the words, but I can go on and just stumble my way through the message, and it comes off probably better than anything I would have been able to type out. So don't ever be afraid to just jump on live if you can't figure out your message with your, like with words. Lives are great. And that's another thing. That's great. Such a great question. I know we didn't talk about going live, right, in our thing, like planned out live days, where some people like to do that. I flow with my lives. If I feel like that day I want to go live and talk about it, I will. So there was one day I did an opportunity post during the day, and then my husband and I were sitting outside and I went live and followed up with that post, because I was also offering a deal, a credit with my credits. So that's another thing too, you guys. Take a look at your credits when you get off of here. And if you have credits to give, where do you want to throw in a promo? Maybe you're going to talk opportunity, product, and then opportunity. And on that opportunity day, because you've kind of already trickled on them, you're going to drop an opportunity promo. Or maybe you did product, and on that day you want to drop that product promo because they've already been seeing it. And if you don't have credits, use the free box of shakes. I use that free box of shakes on that 150 like it is my job, y'all. Like, I am not kidding you. There are 99% of the time I will enroll people, customers, just with that free product. And I won't use credits until the following month when they're on month 2. I use that to my advantage. So don't be afraid to use what the company gives you. If you don't have the credits to be able to leverage or anything like that, you don't have to have them. The $400 pack, you guys, comes with a free product. Push that. And that's another thing. I'm going to close these blinds. Hold on. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was starting to sweat because of the sunlight. Oh, now I have lines through me. This is even better. Okay. All right, hold on. I feel like I move all the time on my Zooms. Jeez Louise, this is awful. Okay, so I don't even know what I was talking about, so I apologize. My MO that we'd have to move during the Zoom. What was I talking about? Yes, I love that, Christine. Do your makeup, cook, skincare. Yes, your fives, right? Who you are. I love that. That's such a great tip for anybody that's watching, you guys. So if you can't, I don't think you'll see the comments on the replay, but she says she cooks, does her makeup, skincare, Bath and Body Works hauls while she's live as well. So use those things. Maybe you're taking your dog for a walk. Go live while you're taking your dog for a walk. My dog's angry right now because he wants to go outside. So he does this every time I jump on. So you guys, I hope that this helped. Like I said, I can't remember what I was talking about before I decided to put lines through myself. That did not work out in my head as well as it did when I was thinking about closing the blinds, but that's okay. So I hope this helped you guys. I hope you have an awesome Sunday. My inbox is always open if you have any questions on how you can do this, if you're kind of confused or anything like that. But I will talk with you guys all soon, and let me know if you need anything, okay? Happy Sunday, guys.